Hello parents, this week we are starting off a new series and I'm excited to say it's going to be all about the Gospels. And this week we are starting in Matthew chapter 22 verses 36 through 40.
Right, and the religious leaders are coming to Jesus and asking him some questions. It starts off right here in 36. It says, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" And then Jesus replies to them, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and prophets hang on these two commandments."
So what's interesting here is these religious leaders are coming to question Jesus, to try to trick him, and they're asking kind of a complicated thing, 613 laws, and they want to know what is the greatest. And Jesus goes in and simplifies all of that into two: to love your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And that was our key point this week for the high school, is how do we simplify this to the greatest commandments in our own lives, to love God and to love others.
And then building right off that, in middle school, we talked about with all this confusion in faith, sometimes it can be hard to know what we're prioritizing, we're putting in first place in our faith. And we were right on the same track where we said we want to remember to put in first place in our faith on loving God, loving ourselves, and loving our neighbor.
So our challenge for the students and for us and for parents this week is, how do we simplify this, put the first things first, and in your week, how do we love God and love people and to love yourself as well, because you are made in the image of God and that He sent His Son to die for you and me. And if we live in that, it's going to be a great week. So we'll see you next time.